That brings us to a name you have heard of. His name is Don King. Don King, well, his day job is at Barona Creek as the director of golf, but over around here, you're our golf analyst. Talk about the Green Mile, that stretch of 16, 17, 18, I believe.
It's a brutal stretch. You start out with a par 4, number 16. It's like 515, and there's water that comes into play. So you got to drive it straight. Then you go to a par 3. It's like 220 with water all around the green. And then the last hole is like 490, and it has a creek that just meanders through the whole golf hole.
Let's throw up the first page of the leaderboard again. You say I'm crazy, but it seems like this is the major that attracts guys you've never heard of. Now, I know some of those names well, you've probably heard of them all, but I mean, that's not exactly a who's who of the top 20.
Yeah, you know, I think the U.S. Open is similar to this too, because you're getting all these qualifiers for the U.S. Open, but it's just the first quarter of the game. Okay, they've only played one quarter, and these guys are all good players. They're all capable of shooting one good score. Will Olesen be around at the end? Probably not.
Well, I like how you make the host of the episode feel really bad about his, you know, I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's start with the unknowns. I'll show you a golfer. You tell me something I don't know about him, including how to pronounce their names. This is Thorbjorn Olesen, right?
Yeah, Thornborn is known as Thunderbolt. He hasn't played much around here. He plays on the European Tour. The only major he's played in this year before this was the British Open, where he made the cut, just barely made the cut.
Chris Stroud?
Chris Stroud, what a round he had today. He had no bogeys on that course. 3 birdies, no bogeys. And he's won a couple events and made a lot of money out there. And
our last of the unknowns, because he is in the share of the first round lead, is Kisner.
Well, Kisner, to me, will be a known player. He's just been out there for a few years. I want to say 3 or 4, but he's made over $12 million. He's won this year. He's finished second twice this year. And on the West Coast, he finished 4th, like at Pebble Beach, or 5th, top 5. So he's had a great year.
I think we have some sound from Kevin. Take a listen.
Learned a lot over the years, playing quite a few majors now, and I feel like I'm better prepared to be in contention over the weekend.
To be able to do it in the major and under these conditions, I'm really happy with where I was today, and I'm going to build on that for the weekend. I love the greens. It's just like what I grew up on, and I feel like I don't even have to read them that much, and I know kind of where it's going, and I love the speed, so I feel good on the greens, just got to get there.
Called him Kevin, it's Kyle. Sorry about that. Phil Mickelson. Oh, then we put Kyle on.
Kevin Kisner.
Okay, so that I was right, and the graphics were right. Phil Mickelson, seven bogeys, eight bogeys, no birdies. Should he be gassing up? Is Phil Mickelson transitioning into a ceremonial golfer right now?
No, not quite yet. I mean, he still has a lot of game left, and he can still make the cut. I think 6 over is going to probably make the cut, so he has to, what, 2 or 3 under tomorrow?
But he hasn't contended in majors since he won the British. And is it a factor of age, or is the caddy switch factoring into this?
I'm not going to blame it on his brother Tim, but he has not played well with Tim on the bag yet. But
he wasn't playing that well with Bones.
No, he wasn't. So he's having a tough year, but he's not done.
I don't think we have any sound from him, so let's just go to some other big names that I don't want to say they laid an egg, but they didn't do as well as you expect. Jordan Spieth going for the career Grand Slam.
Well, Spieth hit it great today. Okay, he just did not putt that well, but he left himself in some positions above the hole where it was tough to make the putt. So he did not putt like he normally does. It's short, but he drove it well today.
Rory also over par?
Yeah, he was just shaky in the middle there. He got off to, I think he was 1 or 2 under, and then started spraying it, and he's been hitting that driver so well.
And Sergio Garcia +4.
Green Mile ate him up. It did. I want to say he was like 4 over on the Green Mile.
Rickie Fowler had the around the typifies perseverance. Starts out with a triple, looks like it's going to be a disastrous day, and then goes on a tear.
Yeah, he had it to 2 under, makes a triple on 5, so it looks like the day's going downhill. And he finished up with, what, 3 or 4 more birdies and a bogey and ended up 2 under. So he brought it back well. He's in great position.
How about Brian Smock? He outplayed Lefty today.
Brian,
He was sitting in your chair just a month or just a week ago talking about playing in his first major, and now he's might make the cut.
I know Brian. I played with Brian. Great player, and he's no stranger to tournament golf. But he started out, he birdied his first hole, so he's right in there. He made like 7 bogeys coming in. But I'd like to see him shoot even par and sneak in to make the cut.
The other big story is the PGA Championship is going to move, 2019, it's going to move up into the month of May. Why are they doing that?
Well, I think number one, what inspired them to do that was the Olympics, competing with the Olympics every 4 years in August. So last year they were in July. So They got the PGA Tour to move up the Players Championship to March, so now you have a big tournament in March, and you have 4 majors in a row. April is the Masters, PGA in May, U.S. Open June, and British in.
Are you ready for your close-up?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is your camera. Tell the people who's going to win this tournament and why. The reward is if you get it right, we make you feel really good.
Yeah, you do. I'm going with Brooks Koepka. He hit it great today, and he is, I want to say, built for majors. I mean, this guy hits it straight and hits it very long, and when he putts, he's hard to contend with. But look out for Spieth. Look out for McIlroy.
You're supposed to say one, not 3.
His
name is King. He's our resident golf pro. Chris Riley will be in tomorrow, and we'll see what Chris Riley has to say about Don's prediction. Mr. King, thank you. Back to the news desk.